Good evening once again to this edition of SportsView on LearMedia.tv on Monday, the 7th of October, 8 p.m. Good evening, Derwynne, and welcome.
Hey Pat, how are you?
Great form altogether. And subscribe to our channel, press the red button on our YouTube channel, and it's free of charge. We appreciate it very much. Now, we normally start off with soccer, and there were wins for Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Brentford, Leicester, West Ham, Brighton over the weekend. Man United drew with, who were they playing again? Aston Villa. A good result for Man United. They were away from home. And they had a decent result during the week as well. They had a draw in Europe. So, I thought Maguire played well. He was off injured. Did you see the match, Derwynne?
I didn't see. I listened to it a bit on the radio, but I was struggling to say I wouldn't sit and watch it because I was sick.
No, I saw the most of it. It was pouring out. It was pouring rain here, south. You couldn't literally put your head outside the door. So I had a split screen, so I was watching the Man United match and the Chelsea game was on at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chelsea and who were they playing? Nottingham Forest. A decent game.
Forest, yeah.
A decent game. Forest are a decent team, There's something again. But I thought
They're
when you
sneakily, they're sneakily good.
they are, and when you consider all the criticism on Man United, all the headlines that have been written, all the broadcasts, so people like ourselves who are consistently, I suppose, speaking about them. I think there's a testament and a resilience of some of the players, particularly Johnny Evans yesterday, who had a massive class in defending and fair play to him. He got man in the match. And some people will say it was a poor game, but I don't know. I enjoyed it, and they could have won it. United.
I think it was always going to be difficult for Villa after the European game, wasn't it?
Yeah. They were on a high over that.
Yeah.
I mean, because one could say it was a lucky goal won it for Villa, if you want to be totally cynical about it. The goal that won the game for them.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, in 2 years' time, they'll look at the result sheets and it'll just say 1-0.
That's right, 1-0 for people who won there. But anyway, they did well, and I thought United did well in their last two games. I mean, there's no point in talk. Yeah, go on.
I think they did do well, considering. I mean, the only trouble is they're not looking like scoring any goals, are they?
Well, the unfortunate thing now for Man United is the results don't lie. They have 8 points out of 21, and they're away down. They're 14th in the table, and they're 4 points off the bottom three. That's how serious it is. 4 points off the bottom three. That's how serious it is. Liverpool, I know Liverpool got all 3 points, but I mean, there's a laboured 3 points against Crystal Palace, in my opinion, I mean,
well, I think there isn't. I mean, I've never believed in it before, but I'm starting to think there might be something in it that they play matches after those European games, and whether it's they get psyched up differently for a European game or it means more, but they obviously most teams are a little bit on the flat side after a European game, aren't they?
Well, particularly the bigger clubs, Man City, Chelsea, and people like that, who can put out 2 teams almost. And so you're looking at maybe 5 or 6 or 7 changes in the team, and then to come back in again with 5 or 6, 7. You're right, it throws out the energy and the rhythm of the team. There's no doubt about it. They're only human beings, right? So I would say I'd agree with you there that there is a flat performance.
I think also the travelling side of it.
Yeah.
I think that people don't quite get that.
That's true. That's very true.
After the game, they're arriving back in the early hours of wherever they've played, haven't they?
Well, the result over the weekend for me was the Spurs-Brighton match. And Spurs went 2-0 up, and they were playing very well. Madison was playing well. They were all playing well. They looked comfortable. Now their defending is pretty poor, but Brighton came back into it and won the match, and deservedly so. They had a terrific second half. And the ex-Man United player scored again for them, you know.
Well, it just goes to show you. I mean, Welbeck's what, 33, 34?
Yeah, he's a striker, huh? He is a striker.
Yeah, I mean, United would they use him now, couldn't they?
They could, I mean, they could use any striker now if they had one, you know. But I
Yeah,
mean, I thought it was unfortunate that Harry Maguire had to go off because he was having a cracking game. I thought, you know, he had a very good match as well in Europe during the week, and I think that United would do well to restore the captaincy to Harry Maguire. That's my opinion, you know.
well,
Or
at this stage, I don't think they've got anything to lose, have they?
no, I know
You know,
that.
they're not going to win the league. It's highly unlikely they're going to make Europe.
They're under pressure. They'll be under
Yeah,
pressure, all
I
right,
mean, you could
because
stand there and play all the kids, couldn't you?
and a lot of the teams around them in the table are playing well, and they're well organised and they're well managed. Leicester City had a win. Their last, you know, their Ipswich Town had a draw. So I don't had the Ipswich. I forget. I think I know them
Yeah, I
now.
think that's true.
They had another draw, as far as I know. You know, but they're
I think,
playing well. They're playing well without winning. They're still playing well. They looked very good. The team,
yeah,
you know.
Brentford are ticking along nicely too, aren't they?
They are. Brentford are doing well. They're all doing very well. I mean, the 7 games gone, and where that put it, Liverpool are top with 18 points. Man City are 17 points. Arsenal have 17 points. Chelsea have 14 points. Aston Villa have 14 points. Brighton have 12 points, and Newcastle have 12 points. And United have 8 points for people who want to know that kind of thing. But I dare say that they will improve. That's United. They will improve as the year goes along, and I think they will. You know, I think at one stage I was thinking after 3 or 4 games they might be relegated, but I don't think they'll be relegated. I think they have enough to stay up.
Yeah, I mean, at this stage, I wouldn't like to say yes or no to that comment about staying up, but
Yeah.
I just think this lead up now, they've got Brentford after this international break, then they got Fenerbahce, and then I think they start running into the Arsenals and everybody else then, don't they?
Well,
But
Brentford won't be an easy game. They're very well organised and they're doing very well. You know.
yeah, I mean, Brentford could be 2-0 up against United in the first minute, couldn't they?
Yeah, yeah. Now, in the championship, you have Norwich, Derby, Plymouth, Sheffield United, and Watford all won. That's Plymouth is managed by Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney, it was 1-1 at the time, and Wayne Rooney got a red card for remonstrating with the fourth official. And it seems to have riled up his team because he was no sooner sent off when Plymouth scored the winner in that match. You know, they won 2-1. So there you go. James McLean is playing with Wrexham. He scored 2 goals for Wrexham in their 4-1 win over Northampton, which was a good result for Wrexham because Northampton are a very good team. You know, I think.
Yeah,
Do I remember Northampton being in the first division?
yeah, I think
I
they were
remember.
because United beat them, didn't they? 7-1 one year, best
Yeah,
scored like
yeah, I remember collecting the soccer cards.
yeah.
They were the black and white stripes down their jersey, weren't they?
I think they were. I
Yeah,
think they were in the first division.
I remember collecting soccer or those cards you put into the albums. You know, they were all
Yeah,
the rage at the time. And I remember Northampton. You know, a decent team back there then. You know, Real Madrid won 2-0 against Villarreal in Spain. So they're keeping up the good work in the championship. You have Sunderland and Sheffield United now are top of the league in the championship. Burnley are on there with 19 points. Burnley are on 18. West Brom 17. Leeds 16. Watford 16 and Norwich 15. A very tight league as it was last year. You know, I don't think there'll be much of a change between those, in my opinion. in those 7 teams. They seem to be have that about them. They're pretty good. And in
Yeah,
League
that'll
One,
be
then
quite.
yeah, yeah,
Go on,
in
League One.
League One, you have Birmingham on 22, Wrexham on 20, Mansfield Town on 20 points, Lincoln on 18, Wickham on 17, and Stockport on 16, and Exeter on 16. So that's that's between Wrexham and Birmingham to all the pundits, I suppose. But anyway, at this stage, it's a bit too early to be calling it at this stage. We got the news today, Derwynne. I don't know if you see it or not, that the wonderful Johan Neeskens passed away.
Oh wow! No, I didn't know
Johan,
that.
Johan, Johan Neeskens was on the total football team of Ajax and the Netherlands
Yeah,
under that fantastic manager Rinus Michels, and I hope I'm saying his name right, but um, he was just one day after his birthday. He was 73, pretty young.
wow.
73, and he passed away. I don't have any more information other than the fact that he passed away. But he played in the two World Cup finals in 1974 and 1978, where the Netherlands reached two World Cup finals. He scored the fastest goal in the World Cup final from they had 32 passes of the ball in less than a minute and a half, and they scored the fastest goal in the World Cup finals. That's Johan Neeskens. And they scored first against West Germany, that brilliant team of West Germany with Beckenbauer and Brighton and all those guys. And West Germany won 2-1 afterwards in that final. Of course, they didn't run up against that fantastic Argentina team in 1978 final. Again, they were beaten in that final, but take nothing away from him. He played in the team, Derwynne. Your man,
Yeah,
The Van der Kerkhoff twins were on that team. They were good as well. And who else was
yeah,
on it? There was Youngblood, Reince and Breck, and Johan Cruyff himself were on that team. So they had a fantastic team. But
yeah.
he was signed eventually. He was spotted playing in the club in second division. He was signed by Rinus Michels with Ajax. And in his first 4 seasons with Ajax, the first 3 years he played with them, they won the European Cup in 71, 72, and 73. He just
Wow.
I mean, that was just an 18, 19, and 20-year-old. I mean, that was just superb. I mean, he was the feeder for Johan Cruyff. He was the workhorse in the
Yeah,
midfield. But there's none these polls that they do from time to time about the best 120 footballers ever to play the game in different positions. Well, Neeskens made many of those teams as one of the best forwards in the game, and rightly so as well. So he won the
yeah.
European Cup, he won the Intercontinental Cup, he won 2 leagues and 2 cups with Ajax. So in the 1974 World Cup, they beat Uruguay 2-0 in the first match. They 2-0 all with Sweden. They beat Bulgaria 4-1, where he scored two of the goals, two penalties against Bulgaria. And then they had a 2-0 win over East Germany. That's in 74. And then they beat Brazil 2-0 in the semi final. And Brazil, as you know, were World Cup holders in 1970. That brilliant. But Pele had retired that season. Many of that team from 1970 had moved on. I'm not taking away from the Netherlands, but it was a pretty smashing win. Brazil were beaten in that 74 third and fourth playoff by the fantastic Polish team of Boniek and et al., all those people. And Poland were unlucky in that they could have made the final, but there you go. They beat Brazil
Yeah,
in the third and fourth playoff. So you had West Germany, Netherlands, and Poland as the three European teams in the first, second, and third in
yeah,
74. Yeah, three European teams. So that was the wonderful Johan Neeskens. He was. I think he died on holidays, or he was in Algeria or something. In Algeria, as far as I know. But he had a,
right.
he had a long, a long career, and he was involved in football at all levels. I hadn't I hadn't much time. I only heard it from a friend of mine who's from Holland as well, who's Dutch here, living here in Limerick. He sent me a message because he said I hadn't heard it, I hadn't
Who's
seen it.
that? Dirt.
Dirk the Time.
Yeah.
That's Dirk. He was on. Was he on with us one time? Was it?
Yeah, he's been on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Jeez, I
Yeah,
must
he's
ask
definitely.
him. Yeah, Dirk the Time. So he sent me. I think and well, he'll be the best. Yesterday, going for on him. Sports News program here on NerdMedia.tv. We're here every Monday night. Now, Derwynne doesn't know it yet, but he's going to explain something about the game of cricket later on in the program. I didn't tell him that he was going to tell you about it, but the game of cricket is the Englishman's version of hurling. Okay, so that's the way I try to understand it myself.
And I explain hurling as Irish cricket.
Yeah, so it's back of him.
So
But
you're just getting your own back now.
yeah. In rugby union over the weekend, the women are playing the internationals over there in Canada, and the Irish team who had beat at their first outing, they beat the New Zealand All Blacks, the Black Ferns as they're known in the ladies game, but they were beaten by Canada, and they were 21-8. The score line looks lopsided, but at the time Ireland got their two props sin binned more or less one after another in the game, and it is during that period the Canadians scored two tries. I'm not taking from the Canadians. I'm just saying that when they got their full team back, they held Canada scoreless for the second half, but they could only manage a try themselves. So it was 21-8, but it was a good performance from Ireland. They just lost their way that time. Ronan O'Gara's team had a mighty win again, La Rochelle, 43-22.
Wow.
Over Leon, and in the USC, in the URC, the United Rugby, Connacht with Bundyaki and Matt Hansen back from injury playing for them. They won against the Scarlets 24-23 over in Wales, and Ulster were done in by the Bulls in South Africa 47-21, and Leinster over in Italy beat Benetton 35-5. Munster beat the Ospreys in can I say horrific conditions, rain and wind, 23-0. Ospreys were lucky to get nailed according to the reports, but anyway, that's the way it went. But next weekend we'll have Munster and Leinster, a local derby, which is always a good match to watch in rugby if you're a rugby fan. But France beat the USA 22-14 in the women's international, and I think England won, but I forgot to check the result of that. Anyway, we might catch it before the end of the program. In golf, can I ask you, Derwynne, is that Alfred Dunhill? Are they the cigarette people?
Well, yeah, Dunhill's like luxury goods. I mean, they do suitcases and.
But I thought they were. I thought the gold and red boxes of cigarettes.
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same company, but it's not. I mean, Dunhill is just a massive company. I mean, everybody goes cigarette lighters and different things, but
I know that's all I ever associated with Alfred Dunhill.
Yeah. But they've got aftershaves and perfumes and.
So Till Hatton didn't get 100 cigarettes from Winnie, no.
No, he would have. Johan Rupert, South African guy who owns.
I saw most of that. Till Hatton a terrific victory, terrific 61 on Saturday. Till Hatton, he played extremely well, and his dad was with him, of course, as well. Because one of those, that's the competition. But
they came second, didn't they, in the team event?
Did they? Yeah, but Till Hatton himself had shot a 65, 68, 61, and 70, which is no mean feat of golf on those courses. Just minus 24. He was on minus 24. He had a decent, of course, a lot of John Ram, Brooks Koepka, Burmeister, a lot of the live golfers were in the field as well, which made it pretty good, pretty exciting as well. And it looks like that's coming to a resolution, that live golf thing, which should only help the game. you know. And John Ram played very well. I think he finished fourth or fifth. But Shane Lowry was the best of the Irish. He finished at minus 16, 68, 70, 68, and 66. There were four good rounds, but there you are. Hatton won €850,000 for his 4 days. And Paulie Carrington had a smashing tournament. He finished at minus 14, 67, 70, 68, and 69. Not bad for a 52-year-old.
No,
Until he still has it, you know.
he can still play. Yeah.
It's just with the way he keeps himself, you know. And the ladies, Celine Boutier, who had two or three big wins last year, won the Aramco Series over Shenzhen at minus 19, 66, 68, 66. So she is strapping farm as well. And then you have the Sanderson Farms golf. It's considered one of. Do you see the trophy?
Yeah.
The trophy is a cockerel, I think.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant. I think it's a brilliant trophy. You know,
No,
Kevin
it's
Kevin Yu won it, and Seamus Powell from Waterford was playing in that as well. He finished in 11th place. He had a decent tournament as well. You know, Kevin Yu he won 1.36 million for his 4 days. So, but oh yeah, I have a friend. Yes, have I? I'm not talking to myself. I have our friend Lee Trevino, have
But
I?
the secret to hitting the ball solid is if you're not hitting it solid, keep moving the ball back. And don't aim at anything. The big thing about it is when people practice is they get mesmerized with a target. Don't do that. That's when this thing is wide open. It's just hit it. Once you get a pattern and you can hit this ball the same way every time, then we can go to aiming. But you've got to get a pattern.
That's the good old Lee Trevino. I mean, I love his crook. I love his matter of fact approach to things. You know, he's just so good. You know,
he's brilliant.
yeah, he's just
That'll
such.
be a sad day when he goes.
Huh?
It'll be a sad day when he goes.
I mean, he has no ego. He has no ego, and he's entitled to have one, but he has no ego about him. You know. I mean,
No.
oh, come here, look at me. You know, but just a brilliant character, a brilliant man. And as you said, I agree with you, Derwynne. He'll be, he will be sadly missed, all right, you know, from the scene. But and those lessons are from their media here. They're free. They're free of charge. I was trying to pick out a few quickly. There's a few with John Daly, but there's a bit of language in them. You know, we wouldn't sign us up. You know, there's no bleeps in them. But John is. I'll never forget his 1991 win in the PGA.
Yeah.
The rounds he played, the way he played it, the way he played golf in that year was just phenomenal. You know, he was a natural, and he reminded me of Seve Ballesteros in one way, the way he uh, uh, manufactured shots. You know, shots that you can't be taught. You know, if you know what I mean. I hope I'm explaining myself all right. You know, golf
Yeah,
shots that you,
he was just a natural, wasn't he? I mean, he
yeah,
knew. And you know the interesting thing about Daly as well is that he went for things. You know,
huh?
if he'd go for a shot that he thought he could pull off, and if it didn't work, he didn't care. He just tried it.
Yeah, he walked up and he said, "Yeah, I can do this." Bang, and
Yeah.
as you said, when it happened, my God, when it happened, what can I say? But John, I don't think John took the game seriously enough myself. With all the talent he had, I don't think he took it like a Paulie Carrington, like a Ballesteros, like a
No,
Woods. You know, he did no.
wasn't. He's not a grafter. I mean, he just goes and plays. I mean, if you
Well, he's
watch
still
any,
yeah, he's still playing in the master in the
seniors,
seniors. Yeah, he
yeah,
is. He's still playing, and he still commands huge crowds when he's out playing. You know,
yeah,
but he's people still love to see him because I mean he still has got all the accoutrements that you need to get around the course. You know, but as John, as you said, he wasn't a grafter. No, I'll say to Derwynne about cricket. Now, the women's T20 World Cup is on, and over the weekend you had wins for Australia, England, India, West Indies. Now, England beat Bangladesh by 21 runs. I know what that means because they had 21 more runs than the other team when they were in. I know that aspect of it, you know. The
Okay.
others had, you know, that's fair enough to me. But then when I
No,
see
that's no good.
that Australia beat Sri Lanka, I can't get my head around this solid my items of the game by 6 wickets. Now I presume they all have the same amount of wickets in the game. In my
Yes,
naivety,
you can get 10 wickets in a game. There's always going to be one batsman left, isn't there? Right.
yeah.
So you've got 11 batsmen, 10 wickets can be taken. But basically, if they beat them by 6, they were 6. They had 6 wickets remaining, and
So
they'd already
in 4 of the 10 wickets, they got all the batsmen out.
yeah,
Is that it? Oh,
that's it.
they were all. But then you get in another result, all out for 210. Is that the same thing?
Say that again, Pat. I lost you there.
Yeah, when a commentator says they're all out for 210, does that mean there's no
Yeah,
more
that,
batsmen in?
there's no batsmen left. They're all out.
It's it's the same result really, or they'll be all out for the 10 wickets. I have you.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then that's what oh yeah, the West Indies beat Scotland by 6 wickets. I know what that means now, you know, as well.
yeah.
And India beat Pakistan by 6 wickets as well. And India in their second match they beat Bangladesh by 7 wickets. So I understand that now. That means that all the bats people were out gone,
Got it.
and
That's it.
nobody to man the wickets. Oh, that's it. It's simpler than I thought.
Shall we get on to the Irish cricket hurling now? And let me
Yeah.
describe what goes on there
We'll show you a clip of it next week on how to explain the rules if you're quick enough to explain the rules. Now, we often, our other colleague here, Joe, is missing tonight. We often discuss soccer, old tips of soccer and old games and all from that, just to look at what kind of conditions they had to play in. Some of you probably will not believe some of the conditions that they play in, that's the soccer people. But for all the millionaires playing soccer today, the multi-millionaires, get your head around this out there one and see what you think.
And he did too. Rioch! Well, that was an incredible let-off. That Stokes struggle on again. Salmon's cutting out. Hudson. Now Hurst. Salmons. And Daniel does the interception. Now it's Hudson. Good ball, Salmons. Far post is Greenough. And there's 1-1.
That was Stoke and Hudson. I think Hurst was playing with Stoke at then. Stoke City.
Is that Jimmy Greenough or Brian Greenough?
Yeah, Jimmy Greaves was playing with Spurs.
No, I thought he said Greenough. Or was it?
Oh, Greenough, Jimmy Greenough. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Before he went to United.
Spurs and Stoke, but I would you? I just the clip is not long enough. We clipped it on, but I mean they showed 30 minutes of football that match. I was watching on YouTube. I just could not believe how some players weren't killed in the game. You know, it's just astonishing.
I mean,
that it was.
That's a quagmire, isn't it, that they're playing?
I mean, for the safety reasons alone, like, you know, can you imagine Man City going out and playing in that field?
Can you imagine some of those players like
Yeah.
running around? It's like porridge, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, they earned their money there, then, you know, and they weren't multi-millionaires in the end. Oh God!
I'll tell you what, they didn't have those silly slippers on there, did they?
No, they did not. No, I mean, it's just The Man City trial is going on at the moment. I was reading a bit about it, but I put it down. It's too long altogether. They should put it on the BBC Sports website. They put in the whole thing on it, and to take you nearly a half an hour to read it and digest it. I think they should put in the synopsis of the thing, what's going on. But the main charges haven't been. They haven't. There's two parts of the trial. They haven't got to the main 115 charges yet.
Yeah.
These are about other ones about contracts and stuff. This part of the trial, which they seem to have won in two cases. The city side. Then there's about 11 or 12 of the Premier League clubs giving evidence as well, both for the defence and prosecution. So it's going to be next year before anything will be decided on that. Anyway,
it'll just be dragged out, won't it?
I'm just looking at it. I think it'll be next year, as far as I know. Over the weekend, and of course, there's a break now in the Premiership for the internationals next weekend, and we have the Republic of Ireland playing 2 away games against Finland and who else? Greece. They're away to Finland and Greece, and we were just talking about the night, a few of us, in a good result for Ireland would be 2 draws, 2 points from it, rather than 2 defeats. I think that would be at the beginning of some kind of consolidation of the team, if you can use that word. I don't know. I don't know. Have we the talent? I think we have enough. Damien Duff's team, Shelbourne, are top of the league here in Ireland, the Premier League. They played Shamrock Rovers the other night, who are league champions of the last 4 years, and Shamrock Rovers beat them 2-0. They have 3 matches left in the league now. They're 2 points ahead of Shamrock Rovers and 3 points ahead of Jolly City. They have 2 matches out of the 3 at home and 1 away to Jolly City, their last game. So, as Damien Duff said after the match, I don't really mind what people will say. If we win our 3 games, we're the only ones who can win the league,
Yeah.
They have 3 games. They have 3 games left, but he's done well there. He's brought a huge excitement back. He's brought full house back to soccer, not himself alone, but the way the team are playing as well. It's refreshing, and he's a good blend, Shelbourne have a good reputation as well as Shamrock Rovers in Europe as well. Shamrock Rovers got a draw at home in the Europa Conference, which is was good for them, And I'd like to see Shelbourne winning the league, not because of Duffer. He has an infectious approach to the game, and some media outlets don't like interviewing him because he doesn't take any nonsense from any interview. He reminds me of Brian Clough, You wouldn't ask Brian Clough a stupid question in an interview, because you know what he'd say to you. And I think Damien Duff is much the same abrasive character about him, You're interviewing me here after the match. You're interviewing me from a position of knowledge about the game. So ask me intelligent questions. Don't be stupid, that kind of attitude. And but he is good. Duff, he's good. He's good for soccer. In this. England, who are England playing? I forgot to look up the fixtures. Who England are playing this weekend?
I can't remember. Let's have a look.
But there aren't any matches on tonight anyway in the league, But England are. I think they're progressing well. I think he's made some changes. That's Carlsley. He's made some changes, and
I think he's doing all right, isn't he?
Yeah.
So England have got Greece on Thursday. Then they've got Finland on Sunday. Then Greece away in the middle of November.
All right. Well, in the Nations League, you have Gibraltar playing San Marino on Thursday night, and then England are playing Greece at home. That'll be just
Yeah.
there beside you, will it?
Huh?
Are they playing in Wembley?
Wembley against Greece and Helsinki for Finland.
Yeah.
And then
They're-
in November, they're away to Greece.
All right. You have.
Home against Greece on Thursday.
And I think Saturday you have Poland and Portugal, Croatia, and Scotland are away to Croatia. That's a tough match for Scotland.
That'd be a good game, that Poland Portugal.
It will, yeah. And Spain and Denmark, you know, it looks to be a good game, you know. And Finland are at home to England on Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And the Republic of Ireland are away to Greece at 7:45. So there you go, you'll be able to see all them on telly, I presume, or whatever you look at them.
Over it, won't I?
The Faroe Islands then are at home to Latvia. I like looking at those teams. I like looking at the Faroe Islands and what I call the non-country teams like Gibraltar, you know. I mean, they're not serious soccer teams at all, you know.
But every one of their games is a final, really, for them, isn't it? When you think about it.
Well, it is. I mean, who had they had one of their rare wins last time out, didn't they? The Faroe Islands.
Yeah.
Or was it? Was the other small place there?
San Marino.
San Marino, yeah. They're San Marino sheep. Yeah. Well, it'll be nice and warm for the winter. But I don't mean to be disparaging. They're probably nice people, you know. I don't know anybody who goes to San Marino on their holidays, Derwynne. Do you?
No, it's a perfect tax haven, though.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, tax haven. It's right between Italy and France, isn't it?
San Marino.
Yeah.
Very small population, you know.
Yeah, it's
I think
tiny.
they have
It's like a town, more than a country. It's like it would be. I'd imagine Milton Keynes is probably bigger than San Marino.
Yeah, San Marino. It says 33,660 people.
Got it?
The capital is San Marino. Anyway,
You can't imagine that there's more fans. There's more fans in Arsenal on a Saturday afternoon than there is in the whole of San Marino.
I know, yeah. However, the official language is Italian, and they use the euro, so we'll be fine here in Ireland going to San Marino because
it's a great place to hide money, Pat.
Yeah, that's if you have money. Well, I didn't know it. Well, as we talk about San Marino, it's the oldest established republic in the world. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
No.
It was established in 301 AD. There you go.
Wow.
My goodness me. I mean, I wonder, is it the smallest country in the world? No, it's not.
Stuart Pearce loves it there.
Does he? Is it? What's he doing there?
Nothing. He's just famous for that back pass, isn't he?
Oh.
The back pass.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I didn't get you there for a minute.
San Marino scores in the first 2 minutes against England. I mean, it was
I remember that match. Oh my goodness me!
Yeah, remember that?
I do. Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing at that. We must find that clip. We'll find that clip on YouTube some night.
Yeah,
anyway,
definitely.
They're the third smallest surviving republic in the world. There's two countries smaller than them. One of them is Monaco, and the other is the Vatican City, because it's a country in itself. Yeah. So there you go now. That's our geography lesson now for the night. But I was just wondering why the Vatican City wouldn't enter a team in the World Cup.
Well, they'd have God on their side, wouldn't they?
They would. They would be, and I don't think a referee would give any of the players a red card.
That'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? Can you imagine all the time the bishops out in the ground watching?
I know, yeah. But
And have the Pope himself in goal.
yeah, I got the full man. He's pretty poor now, I think, you know. But we were reminiscing there about the 70s, 74 and 78 um, Netherlands team with wonderful football, total football as was described with Johan Neeskens, who just passed away today, for people who may not have known that. And we might have a piece of the action. I didn't get a chance to get some videos on him, so we might have a video of him in action. And he was just such a gentleman. And 73, born 1951, and he died a day after his birthday, which I think he was in Algeria. I don't was he involved in soccer in Algeria. I'm not too sure. I looked that up as well. But he had a stellar career with both Ajax, you know, with a brilliant coach, brilliant players around him as well, and he played against fantastic players as well, you know. That's
Yeah, he was a classy player, wasn't he, Naskin?
he was just. I mean, they have a decent team at the moment, the Netherlands. Yeah, I think they have a decent team. They're doing pretty well, you know.
Yeah. No, they're
I
on their
think
way back, I think.
I think they are, you know. But that was our game of cricket explained. Have you your tickets got for England anyway for Thursday, Derwynne?
No, I mean, I'll watch it on TV, but I mean, do you know that Villa game the other night against Bayern Munich? Do you know
Yeah,
the cheap ticket to go into Villa Park? How much it was?
in Birmingham, €100 was it?
85 quid.
Oh my goodness me,
That was
85, 85 pounds sterling.
Yep.
That'll be 70, 85. That'll be €102.
Yeah. So what Villa have done, there's been a big thing about it over here that Villa are charging more for all the European games. And you've got other clubs like City and everybody else are charging less for European games.
But Man City could leave in the whole lot free, sure. God only
Yeah, I
there.
mean, it doesn't matter to City, does it, on the money side of it? But
Man City don't need any gate receipts. I mean,
I just thought that was terrible what Villa did that night.
that was shocking. That was just
Yeah.
shocking. I mean, that's uncalled for. You know, it's
Yeah.
absolute greed. You know, but it is
And
greed.
they knew they were going to get a full house because it's like they're back in Europe and it's
Well, Bayern Munich would have the reputation as aristocrats of European soccer anyway. You know, they've had some stellar teams down through the years, so they knew that people would. Not only did they want to see Villa, they wanted to see Bayern Munich playing as well. You know, but but this is endemic in all sports, as you know. You know, like you didn't get any one of those £500 Oasis tickets down, did you, by any chance?
No, again, not my cup of tea, Oasis, I'm afraid.
No, I'm afraid not. But I mean, a big rip off there again. I mean, there was in Ireland. There were €60 and €80 tickets supposed to be on sale. Not one single person that phoned into a radio station here in Ireland or anywhere else got near a ticket that was anything less than £400.
Yeah, it's outrageous.
And I mean, it is. But we're worse as humans. We're worse to be paying those kind of things, you know. I remember just 1973 going to the after school, I think just £2 or something like that to decent soccer matches, you know. We had no VAR, we were referee and two linesmen, no VAR.
You didn't have what is it in '82? We had AstroTurf as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you could have had AstroTurf.
A red backside after falling on that, you know.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah, you'd be avoiding a lot of tackles on that anyway, you know.
Many sliding tackles on AstroTurf.
Yeah, a lot of burns, you know. But I think that I think that Man City. I think that I don't know how it's going to affect. It's bound to affect the team on the field, but I don't know will it or not. I don't know that, Derwynne. You know.
You know, I don't know if it does, because I think the players are so far beyond all of that, aren't they? I don't think they're bothered about any of that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Well,
think maybe your hierarchy of management might be, but I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't have thought they're that bothered about any of it.
yeah. There was another Fury boxing over the weekend in the ring. I see it over the weekend. He was Huey Fury, the late Huey Fury's son. He was boxing at
Right.
welterweight. It was his second fight over 4 rounds, and of course, the big man himself was at ringside, Tyson Fury. But Huey Fury, yeah, he won the fight. He definitely won the fight. He won all 4 rounds. But he was fighting a journeyman boxer. I didn't realize it. And my nose is at me, so I looked up the stats for the other boxer. He's had something like 169 fights, and he's lost most of them. The guy he was fighting. Now he looked fit, but he fights nearly every week or every second week. He's a professional, and he gets his job. But to me, then after looking that up, I was saying to myself, yeah, it struck me during the fight, the 4 rounds, that it wasn't really a boxing match. It was a showcase for Fury to show his
Yeah,
boxing skills and to move him on up. Maybe that's the way it's going. But now the commentators were commentating during the fight. I was wondering what they were talking about. So then when I looked up the stats, that they're about stopping these what we call journeyman boxers on cards in future that have too many fights, way too many, and they take more punishment than the what we call the normal professional, because
yeah,
they're getting a fee to go 4 rounds with this boxer, and
yeah.
you
Well,
wonder are they.
they're lambs to the slaughter most of the time, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. And it's unfair. I mean, I don't know, did he get 100 or 120 punches in the 4 rounds? That's a lot of punches to take.
Yeah,
And 169 fights, It's like Muhammad Ali, the last 3 fights he took in his career, they said did serious damage to him.
yeah,
And they didn't, your man, until they didn't want to box after that fight he had in the Trilla in Manila with in Kingston in Jamaica. Sorry, the fight with Fraser, the third fight he had with Fraser in Jamaica. Is that the third fight? Yeah, of the 3 fights. When both we win 15 rounds, all 3 fights win 15 rounds. But in that fight, Clay was after slowing down considerably. Fraser was after being battered by Foreman and all that in many fights, and
yeah,
so the two of them go out. It was a war for the 15 rounds, and Ali was not. Ali wanted to stop the fight in the 12th round, as you know, really about it, He was literally exhausted, just shattered. And he got up anyway, and Fraser was barely able to stand. And as you know, after the 14th round, both boxers went to their corner, and I think there was a question of who blinked first. And Fraser's trainer, because he was destroyed around the face, threw in the towel, said we're stopping the fight.
yeah.
And Ali was spent was it 6 or 7 or 8 weeks in hospital after that fight. So you can imagine, and he was in his 30s at that stage, and his best days behind him. But he took more fights as well. But
Yeah, I
there
mean
you go.
they earn their money, don't they? Because they do take a battering, don't they?
Oh, I mean, can you imagine a guy with 22 stone hitting you a belt?
No.
With 22 stone, hitting you
Yeah, but
once,
yeah,
or hitting you 50 times. You, I failed. People forget about the impact it has on the human body. You're talking about your kidneys being damaged,
yeah,
your liver being damaged. Your organs being damaged as well as being knocked out as well. Being knocked out is a clean thing, rather than being hammered.
If you think about it, their internal organs are taking a car crash every round, aren't they?
Absolutely, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
So I mean,
Anyway,
No wonder they're all a bit punchy at a certain stage, don't they?
Well, yeah. I mean, the next big fight coming up now is in December with Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think that's another one of those money fights, isn't it?
it's one of those money fights, but the way I'm reading it now myself is that Fury did not take that fight seriously against Usyk. That Usyk won. I
No.
maintain he didn't win. I maintain he didn't win it at all myself. But anyway, this Ukrainian crap that comes out then as well during the fight, this nationalistic rubbish, with the blue and yellow flag and all this crying about this one and that one. I
See,
don't
what
see
they
any of
should do
this.
is they should make another Rocky film about Ukraine versus a Russian.
They should, yeah, have
That
a
cinemas up with that, wouldn't you?
yeah, put
Or we,
Zelensky into
or
the
we,
put Zelensky into the ring with boxing gloves and put Vladimir Putin on the other side.
yeah, exactly. Or we do a Gaza and a Palestinian and a Israeli fight.
Yeah,
That would be a good one.
yeah, like in the old days, when there were wars, they
Yeah,
each each army might want to fight each other, so they send out their best warrior from each side, and that
exactly.
was it. And that was it. Like whoever won, and that was it. You can go home
Yeah.
now, lads.
Get Achilles out to have a go at the Greek.
Yeah, sorry with the Greek. Anyway, we we'll be here again next Monday night, and anyway, Joe, enjoy your night tonight. Joe was talking about, and hope you have a good time. But so from this edition of SportsView with Derwynne, Honan, and myself, until we meet again, and when we meet.